I don't believe that's. I don't think the final story.
Well, guys, let's go to the expert. Tim Couch joins us now on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. He's with us every Monday. Tim, I don't know if you saw the list. How you doing? I hope you had a great weekend. McNugget, if you can, throw the list up again. We're kind of talking about where Deshaun fits in. Is he really at number 7? And also, kind of a tangent that we've gone down here is Lamar Jackson in decline? Brad just said serious decline. What do you make of this list, where Watson is, and then also on Jackson's trajectory?
Yeah, when I look at it, the first thing that jumps out to me is Joe Burrow at 5. Like, I think Joe Burrow is at worst number 3, if not 2.
Yes.
I love Josh Allen. I love what he brings to the table. But Joe Burrow is a special football player. And, the guy just took the Cincinnati Bengals to the Super Bowl. I mean, that in itself is phenomenal. He's coming off an ACL injury, to boot as well. So he's a special player. Lamar certainly has dealt with some injury issues, some inconsistency issues from, being a pocket passer. He struggled a little bit in that aspect. But, he's a talented guy. So, hopefully he comes back healthy and he's able to perform at the level that he was playing at before the injuries. Deshaun hasn't played in a year, so we'll see when he gets back on the field where he's at. But I'll tell you, I like Derek Carr a lot too. I think that 6, 7, 8 range is really up for debate. That's kind of a toss-up to me. Those guys are very similar players in my book.
I think a lot of it's a great point, Tim. I mean, the AFC is as loaded with talent at quarterback as we've seen in a long time. And there's going to be good quarterbacks that are going to miss the playoffs. They might have great years. Like, Derek Carr could throw for 4,800 yards and miss the playoffs. Same thing in the North, right? Like, it's possible the Bengals went to the Super Bowl. They can miss the playoffs because there's so many, especially in the North and the West. Like, all those teams are good except for maybe Pittsburgh, but you never count them out because of their coach. I mean, so, like, when the season's over, there's going to be fan bases that are going to be like, how did we not make the playoffs? It might not be because your guy played bad. It's just because there's so many good quarterbacks.
So many good quarterbacks. You go down that list, you're adding guys like Russell Wilson to the mix and now Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
The AFC is such a strong conference for quarterbacks, compared to the NFC especially. You go to the NFC, you're talking about, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, who's my age. And then, you got Kyler Murray, and then it's kind of a pretty big drop off. You got Dak, and Dak's been he's had his issues, been inconsistent and injuries and things. So it's been it's a big difference between the talent level in the AFC and the NFC. So the AFC is going to be extremely tough to win football games this year. And heard you guys mentioning supporting cast a little bit earlier, and that's really what it's going to come down to because all these quarterbacks are so talented and such good football players. It's really going to come down to who has the better defense, who has the better running game, who has the better offensive line, who has the better weapons on the outside that can make plays for them, and then staying healthy. That's what it's all going to come down to because all these guys can win football games for you, and they're all capable of taking a team to the Super Bowl.
Tim, you talked about supporting cast, and I want to go to someone that wasn't on the top 10 on that list. I'm going to number 12. I see Trevor Lawrence on here, and I was told by the world that he was a Elway. He was a once-in-a-generation type quarterback, but you see what happens when you get with a team like Jacksonville. It ain't once in a generation. Do you think he can rebound from this, or do you think there's been some irreparable damage done to Trevor Lawrence? Have you seen like him seeing deer in the headlights? How do you think he bounces back? Because I think they would have thought he was going to be somewhere like Andrew Luck, top 10 at least on that list as coming out of Clemson.
Well, I think I can speak from experience on this one. Going to a football team that wasn't very good around him. Trevor, coming out of college and high school even, I don't think the guy lost a game his whole high school career, only lost a couple while he was at Clemson. And then he gets to the NFL and he's dealing with loss after loss after loss. And I can tell you that takes a toll on you mentally as a quarterback because you feel that pressure. You feel like it's on you to go out and win games. And when you're not winning, especially as the number 1 overall pick, you feel that pressure from, the media, the fans, even your damn teammates, you feel it from because they're looking at you like, hey, man, you're the number 1 pick in the draft. You're supposed to be winning games. But when you don't have that supporting cast, it's tough. And hopefully they can build it around Trevor because he is a talented football player. But right now he's not able to go out and showcase what he's able to do.
And Tim, let me tell you on that list. I can't remember if I saw him on this list. I tell you who I've been impressed with, who's been playing under duress. So in Chicago, my Ohio State alum has been playing.
We're just doing AFC.
He's been playing. So tell me, what do you think? Because I watched the Bears and watch what he's doing. Watch what he's doing in Chicago, I mean, he's running for his life, but he's making plays.
Yeah, he makes plays, man, and you can just see what a special talent he's going to be. Just watching the plays he's able to make with not much talent, not much help around him, just able to create with his legs, his ability to throw the ball down the field and make plays when nothing is there. I mean, he's going to be a good player in this league for a very long time. And just like just like Trevor Lawrence that we were talking about, hopefully they can put the pieces in place around him where he can actually be the player that he's capable of being. Because there's been so many good quarterbacks in this league that really didn't make it for a long period of time just because of supporting cast and being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and then injuries and whatever happens. So hopefully that doesn't happen to Justin, because I really like his game. I think he's a heck of a football player.
Tim, earlier, Jay said he thought Joe Burrow had a lot of pressure compared to the other top quarterbacks. I see it differently. I feel like he's got less. I mean, Lamar Jackson hasn't won a big game, and frankly, Deshaun Watson hasn't won a big game at this point in his career. Those, Josh Allen, the disappointment in the playoffs 2 years in a row. Patrick Mahomes, his team he's won a Super Bowl, so I don't know if he has any pressure, but they gagged badly against the Bengals last year. Do you agree with Jay that Joe Burrow's got a lot of pressure, or do you think some of these other guys have more heading into the season?
To be honest with you, I can see both sides of it. I can see if Joe Burrow, Joe Burrow's side, he can say, well, I've proven I can take a team to the Super Bowl, so I've proven I am that guy. I am the franchise quarterback that can take a team like Cincinnati to the Super Bowl. So, obviously everyone believes in him. The city believes in him, his teammates, and everyone knows he's the guy. But for Josh Allen and those other types of guys that you mentioned, it is really about taking that next step and showing they are capable of winning a Super Bowl, or at least going to one. And Josh is, more than talented enough to be that type of player. He's just had some unfortunate breaks. It came down to a coin toss in the playoffs for him last year. I think he would have made it a year ago. But he's those guys are all so talented, man. It's just a fine line between winning and losing in the NFL, and it just comes down to a play or two here and there, and they're all capable of doing it. Just I think you always feel that pressure as a franchise quarterback to take a team to the Super Bowl, but these guys are certainly all capable.
Tim, Myles Garrett on offense. You love it, like it, hate it? What do you think?
Man, I'd take him any day. I've seen the highlights of him playing basketball. I mean, a guy that size, 6'5" or whatever, about 280 pounds, like, how can you miss that target? I'm 40. I'll be 45 next month. I can hit him right now between the numbers. Like, you can't miss that dude. And if you do, he can just jump up over everyone and grab it. So, he's an unbelievable athlete. You just see this guy jumping around like he's, 180-pound, shooting guard in the NBA or something. He's 270 pounds doing this type of stuff. And it's unbelievable what he's able to do athleticism-wise, and just, the speed and, the power that he has is just unbelievable.
Have you ever played, to me, Myles Garrett is one of the all-time freak athletes, in any sport. Can you think of a player you played with that had that size, speed, strength combo? Is there anybody that comes to mind?
Courtney Brown, who was the number one pick in 2000 out of Penn State. Man, that guy, I'm telling you, if he would have stayed healthy, he was going to be a special football player. He was kind of like a Myles Garrett. Man, he was about 270 pounds or so. He was completely shredded. I think he ran a 4.5 40 at the combine or something like that at that weight. He just had the knee injuries and couldn't stay on the field. But I think his first game as a rookie, we played the Steelers at home, and he came out and had 3 sacks in his first game. And we're all thinking, we got the next Bruce Smith or someone here. But he just couldn't stay healthy, unfortunately. But that guy was a special talent, kind of like Myles was, as far as just like his physical attributes.
I believe Myles had a sack on his first play.
He did,
as a member of the Browns. So Tim, when you look at a guy that's that, because it's not just the size, strength, and speed. Yeah. He's just a general athlete. You could use him. You could use him in goal line. You could use him as a tight end. There's so many things that you could do with this guy. We just think that at some point this year, you almost got to try it. G. Bush, though, says, no, he's the franchise. You don't want to get him hurt. What do you make of that? What do you make of that angle?
There's always that concern about him getting hurt, but it's football. You can get hurt on any play. But imagine if he was in in New England with Bill Belichick. You know how creative Belichick was with guys like Mike Vrabel and those guys, just putting them at tight end and goal line packages. I mean, you can't tell me you can't put him at tight end and let him run a corner route against a linebacker. He's going to be faster and bigger. If a safety comes down to cover him, it's going to be it's going to be like a child trying to cover him if they bring a corner. So, I think, just using that guy would be unbelievable. I mean, I don't know if Myles is up for that or if they've even considered it, but, certainly he would be an unbelievable weapon out there.
Yeah. I'd love to see it. I really would.
You know, Tim, let me ask you this question. We talk about this often, right? When people get in an argument when we talk about Deshaun Watson, whether they're going to be a throwing team or a running team. And we always talk about the way the league moves, right? So when you came in out of Kentucky, you guys were throwing the ball everywhere. I mean, you guys had 4 receivers. It was the first time I had seen in early on in the 90s where teams is throwing it that much. I think you and Houston, a couple other teams was running that type of offense. Now you see a guy like Josh Allen. We talked about Josh Allen a little bit. They're throwing the ball a whole lot. They throw the ball a lot. Do you feel like a team, a traditional running team, can win a championship with just running the ball and having I would say, a decent quarterback, like your Trent Dilfers, your Brad Johnsons, or do you feel like now you just have to throw the ball and you have to have that type of quarterback and that's the game plan? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think in today's game, you have to have that quarterback who can throw the football. I think running the football is always going to be important. It's going to take you a long way. But to get over the hump and actually win games in the playoffs, make it to a Super Bowl, you're going to have a guy who can stand in the pocket and make throws because, the defenses are so good nowadays. They're so fast. They can take away your run eventually. If that's all you're going to do is be one-dimensional, they're going to stop the run. They're going to make you throw the football. And if you can't do it, they're going to end up beating you. But, the way the game is set up, the rules as far as, not being able to hit the quarterback the way they used to, not being able to hit the receivers across the middle the way they used to, the pass interference rules, the way everything is set up nowadays, it's set up for you to be able to throw the football and put up these huge numbers. And that's why you see all these quarterbacks' numbers that have been skyrocketing over the last several years in the passing game. So I think you have to have that quarterback who can take advantage of a defense that's going to try and load up and stop the run on you.
So, Tim, when you look at the receiving core here with Cleveland, are we missing something? Do you see something that is necessary to be added to this mix? What do you see? We've shuffled up our receivers here. What do you see now?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting year. They've lost a lot of talent over there. Obviously, you bring in Amari Cooper, who's an elite football player. But I think you got Peoples-Jones back, who's a good player. But we'll see how he progresses. But I think one of the keys is going to be a guy like Anthony Schwartz. I'm looking forward to seeing how he does in mini camp, throughout training camp. He's a guy who only caught, I think, 10 passes or so last year as a rookie, but he's a absolute speed merchant. He can get down the field. He can take the top out of the defense, and they need that type of playmaker. Cooper's not really going to be that guy. Cooper's going to be your route runner who's going to get open. He's going to get separation. He's going to catch a ton of balls, but you need that explosive playmaker, kind of like Deshaun had in Houston with a guy like Will Fuller. Just that speed who can get down the field. Deshaun throws such a great deep ball, so hopefully Schwartz can be that guy that steps up. A lot of pressure on those guys at wide receiver for the Browns, with the talent they've lost. You lose those great receivers that they had the last couple of years with Jarvis and, Odell's gone, obviously. But so a lot of pressure for some young guys to step up and be playmakers.
Tim, let's get to the important conversation here. Coming up later this week, potentially, Mikey McNuggets is going to play against former Browns linebacker DeQuell Jackson. Mikey played Division III basketball. DeQuell did not play basketball in college, but obviously he's a great athlete as a former NFL player. They're going to be playing one-on-one. I don't know. Do you know DeQuell well?
I don't know him, no. Okay. But I didn't know about this game either. So where's give me a little information. When's this taking place?
I'm setting it up. We're going to play indoors. It's going to be one-on-one. Small crowd by invite only.
I think Tim wants in.
Yeah, Tim, you want to play?
Yeah, I was going to say.
You got winners?
Next time you're in town, Tim, we'll have to set it up.
Tim gets the winner. How about that? Tim gets the winner.
Tim should crush both of them. He played basketball.
Nobody on staff is coming close to beating Tim.
Yeah. But who are you taking? You taking going with DeQuell Jackson, or you going with Mikey McNuggets in the one-on-one?
Well, considering I haven't seen DeQuell play, I've seen Mike's three-point game now, and he looked pretty good, those threes that he showed a couple shows ago when I was on. So I'm going to go with his outside jumper to get the win in this.
DeQuell watches every day.
I'm going to get a text from DeQuell in 30 seconds, and you're dead, McNuggets.
It's only because I haven't seen your game, DeQuell. I mean, I don't know what type of player you are, so I've seen a little bit of his. So.
As he lays down, precursor like, hey.
If I'm DeQuell, I'm just backing Mikey down every play. He's got about 150 pounds.
Is that part of the game? Do you have a rule?
He's backing you down.
No, here's how you stop that. Are you doing 3 dribbles?
Well, this started as a 3-point contest.
Okay.
And now Bull is trying to initiate a 1v1 game.
No, I want a game here. No 3-point contest. I got fans coming. Come on now.
If it's 3 dribbles, Mikey can compete.
What day does this go down?
DeQuell's coming to town this week. DeQuell, by the
Thursday,
way,
right?
announcement for everybody. DeQuell will be in studio, full show on Friday.
That's great. Okay.
In the house, I'll face my rival. We're gonna see if on
My
Thursday.
rival.
Me and DeQuell have DeQuell's my boy now, but I can't tell if he actually wants to kill me or if he likes me.
He likes you.
I think he likes
on
you.
the line of. I'm a little nervous.
I think
but
he likes you.
But
he has to do something for the Browns on Thursday. So
Yeah.
we're going to see, depending on his schedule, if we can set it up for Thursday. We're going to
Got
do it
it.
Thursday.
Yeah.
If not, we'll do it the next time he's in town because I got to take care of some
Tim,
stuff
we
on
need to
Friday.
get you to Cleveland, too.
Well-
we need to get you in studio, and then you got to
Right.
face the winner, too.
and Tim,
Man, that'd be great. I'd love to.
and Tim, yeah, see? And Tim, we think Mikey McNuggets, don't we have something to ask Tim about him if he was still playing right now?
Yeah, we're going to get to that in one sec. Tim,
Okay.
when you're here, I'll challenge you to a three-point shootout, too. Let's rock.
Okay, I need to start shooting some jumpers. I haven't shot in a while. Been focused too much on my golf game, man. So I'm gonna have to get ready for that one.
Jay,
He's awfully cocky there, McNuggets.
Jay,
Been focusing
McNuggets.
too much on his golf game and on something else, which we're going to tell you about in 1 second.
Oh, this is
what
great.
the internet is saying, and as always, today's Thirst Trap is brought to you by PCC Airfoils, a.k.a. Tim Couch's Instagram. If you're looking for a job with career advancement and great benefits, PCC Airfoils is the leading manufacturer in Northeast
best.
Northeast Ohio, excuse me.
Best airfoils.
All
around.
locations of PCC Airfoils at Eastlake, Menor, Wickliffe, and Minerva are hiring for all positions starting at $18 an hour and up. Plus, get full benefit packages, paid time off, and a signing bonus. Apply online at precast.com/careers to learn more. So over the weekend, I got tagged. Nope. We're going to what the internet is saying, Steve. We're going to pull up 80. Here it is.
Hey, hold on.
I got
Oh,
tagged
boy.
in this tweet. This is Tim Couch, same age as Tom Brady.
damn.
Browns are
Look at this.
completely stacked at every position on offense. I guarantee you can still throw it a country mile. I say let's let them roll with the 2022 weapons, win a Super Bowl. Tim,
Who's that?
hey, first and foremost, man, eat a carb.
Oh, my
Please.
God.
No
Tim, man.
kidding.
Tim got a lot of
Man.
time on his hands, don't he?
He looks like a professional bodybuilder.
Tim can't shoot with traps like that.
Tim, here, I go to the gym 5 days a week. You got a lot of time on your hands here, son.
Man, too much damn time. Yeah, I really do.
Good Lord. That is okay. That's insane.
So, Tim, were you
I
playing
only look
tight
like I
end or
can play,
defensive
but
end?
I only look like I can play. I promise you, if they hit me one time, I'd fold like a lawn chair. Like, I don't want anything to do with getting hit anymore.
Tim, that's your
I can-
Tim, that's your IG hit right there. That's what you put on IG.
Well, yeah, I figure, you work out 2 hours a day. Everybody else shows it off on Instagram. Why not post one here and there? So.
Tim, why would you ever wear a shirt?
Yeah. I mean, if I was in that good
man.
of shape, I'd never wear a shirt.
See,
Well, when I post that stuff, see, my kids, they get embarrassed. They're like, Dad, please don't ever post anything like that again. They're like, seriously.
Tim is out here maxing out on body parts that shouldn't be maxed out on. He maxing out on abs. How you max out on abs? Yeah, I do 225 on abs.
225.
You got hours. You got
Hey,
hours.
man.
You got
Tim,
hours
don't
set on
apologize.
that.
So,
that.
so what is the position debate here?
Yeah, tight end or defensive end?
Yeah, Tim, would you play tight end or DN right now if you had to step on the field?
Definitely tight end. I think I could catch some passes, but defensive end, there's no way I'm getting around an offensive tackle. There's no way. No. I've never played defense in my life, so I'd have no clue.
That's fantastic.
Are you bigger
man.
than Myles Garrett right now?
No, I'm about 235 pounds. I played it when I was with the Browns, I was probably 230, 235. I've just leaned out quite a bit, I'm 235, 240-ish, something like that. Miles is, 265, 270. So
Yeah,
he's
270.
got quite a bit on me.
So Tim, me
Yeah.
and Adam the Bull, we're doing a weight loss competition here, right? And we're weighing in every Tuesday. So obviously, you have the whole workout thing and eating thing. What are your advice? What are some things that normal people would eat that you don't eat anymore? Like that you've eliminated. Tom Brady hasn't had sugar in years. What's something that you would say like I haven't ate that, or something that normal people would eat?
I kind of eat. I still eat pizza. I just don't eat it all the time. Stuff like that. I still will have dessert with dinner every now and then. I just don't do it quite often. But one thing I haven't had in probably, over 20 years or something is a soda. I haven't had a soda, like sugary stuff I stay away from. My main thing with my diet is I don't count calories. I'm not real strict. The only thing I count is my protein intake, and I try to get like 200 220 to 240 grams of protein per day.
Wow.
But other than that, I don't really count anything. I eat a lot of, chicken and fish and, steaks. I eat a lot of eggs and, I'll eat oats for carbs. I'll eat sweet potatoes. I'll eat brown rice, stuff like that. But, every now and then, if I'm out to dinner or whatever, I'm not really concerned about, eating bad foods or whatever. I'll eat whatever when I'm out to dinner. But when I'm at home and I'm cooking meals, I stay pretty healthy with it.
So Tim, you going high protein. How many workout days you do in a week?
I work out, usually 6. I usually work out 6 or 7, but, probably 5 weight workouts a week. And then the other 2 are more like cardio and some, like I'm not a yoga person by any means, but I do like to stretch and, just try to keep my body flexible as well. So, but probably 5 weight workouts and a couple cardio sessions.
How much time in the gym?
I usually try to get in and out in an hour and a half or an hour to an hour and a half or so, something like that. Some days I'll do 2 workouts. I'll wake up and do some cardio first thing in the morning, fasted, and I'll do my weight workout later in the day. It just depends on kind of how my day is, what I have planned and stuff like that. So just kind of work it around.
That's 2 times in a row. We had Charbonneau on.
Joe Charbonneau was on Friday, 66, yoked to the max.
And then we got this guy on. He's out here looking like a Christian Dior model. This is unacceptable.
Well, at least in Tim's case, I'm older than. How old are you, Tim?
I'll be 45 next month.
All right, at least I'm older than Tim.
So,
Charbonneau's 65.
Charbonneau's crazy.
Yeah.
They're
Tim's
both
kid's
crazy.
a giant too. I was talking to Tim. Tim's kid's massive too.
Yes.
The family.
What grade? Now, is your kid?
Yeah.
He's playing ball now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He plays defensive end, and we were over at UK's camp yesterday. We were at Eastern Kentucky University's camp earlier in the week, and he had a great camp yesterday. They really like him a lot. He's a defensive end, kind of outside linebacker. I'm trying to get him to play a little tight end as well. I think he would be a great tight end. He just really hasn't played on that side of the ball. Yeah, he got an offer from Eastern Kentucky already. So we've got one on the table, and hopefully he has a breakout year this year. He's an upcoming junior, so he plays for a really good football team here in Lexington called Lexington
That's
Christian
the big
Academy.
year.
So, it's a big year for him.
I'm going to pronounce it wrong because I'm not going to say it the right way. But if he got the scholarship from Louisville, did I say it wrong?
Louisville.
Is that no good? Will you not let him go there? If he wanted
I told him, man, that's the only place we're not going is Louisville. I can't stand it. Man, it's like, you know how it is, guys. It's like Ohio State and Michigan.
I can relate, bro.
You know how it is, Brad.
I can relate, bro.
So I'm like, you can go anywhere in the United States except Louisville. We're not doing Louisville.
I had to hang up on the Michigan coach. I said, listen, we're not even going to do this, right? So I'm not going to pull your leg here. She is not coming to Michigan. I have to live in Ohio.
Absolutely.
It's not happening.
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
Let's not even do the dance.
The people in Lexington would disown me if I let my son go to Louisville. So I can't do it, man.
Yeah, that's like a Rick Pitino move. When Pitino, after Pitino coached in Kentucky, he shows up with the Cardinals, man. He was
I don't want any of that treatment.
He was one of the most beloved guys in the history of the state.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Not so much anymore. That's one line you just don't cross. Tim, thanks so much again for coming on. Always good to see you.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you next weekend. Let's try to get a schedule for you to come into Cleveland.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
That'd be great.
I'd love that.
Print the workout for us, bro. We want to know what the workout
I'll
is,
email
bro.
it to you. All right, see you guys.
Thanks,
Tim Couch on
Have a
the
good
Ultimate
week.
Cleveland Sports Show. Tim, thank you
I
very
just got
much.
a content idea. When Tim
Thanks,
comes on
guys.
top of the 3-point shootout,
Yeah.
he's got to lead us through a workout.
Yeah,
I'm
that'd be
game.
good.
We got a gym.
We got the
I'm
gym
game.
literally next door. Tim,
Yeah.
you down for that?
Absolutely, man. Yeah, let's do it.
Make sure you have
be fun.
some medical assistance here, just in case. Just in case I pass out.
All right, Tim, thanks, man.
Thanks, Tim.
All right. See you guys. Thanks.
I think you're right, Bull.
Yeah.
If any of us look like that, we'd probably do
my
the show
God.
without a shirt.
Tim